Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel that is QPOL. My name is Anjali Mishra. Students, this video is going to be all about the question answers which are there in this chapter. So बच्चों one by one we'll first discuss questions which are given in different pages of this chapter, and lastly we'll cover exercises questions as well. सो चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं विद द क्वेश्चंस दैट आर गिवन इन पेज नंबर 18. सो स्टूडेंट्स, in page number 18, question number 1 says that we have 3 test tubes. The 3 test tubes contain distilled water, acidic solution and basic solution. So one is having water, the other one is having acidic solution, or I am going to write it as acid solution and base solution. So on the basis of this information, there is only red litmus paper available in the order to identify that what is there in each test tube. How will you find out that what is in each of the test tube? सिंपल शब्दों में हमारे पास 3 सॉल्यूशंस हैं और सिर्फ हमारे पास रेड लिटमस पेपर अवेलेबल है. With the help of this litmus paper, we have to find out that what is the nature of these 3 substances. So we'll answer this question by saying that we can identify the content in each of the test tubes easily by using red litmus paper. This can be done by noticing the color change of the red litmus paper, because on the litmus paper, the 3 solutions which are there in the test tube will be separately poured. We will notice that if, let's just say, if the solution is acid or acidic in nature, so this red litmus paper will show no change in color, because acid तो रेड कलर ही शो करता है. सो लिटमस पेपर दो रेड कलर का है, सो देयर विल नॉट बी एनी चेंज. टॉकिंग अबाउट बेसिक सॉल्यूशन, हियर as soon as this basic solution will come in contact with the red litmus paper, this red litmus paper will turn bluish in color. This will indicate that okay, this particular solution is basic in nature. And lastly, the solution of the test tube which will not change into either the red or the blue color will indicate that the solution has water in it, and water is neutral in its nature. Okay बच्चों, so this is how with the help of a litmus paper we can identify that whether a solution is acidic in nature or basic in nature or it is neutral in nature. Then let's cover question of page number 22. So page number 22 has question number 1 that says, why should curd and sour substances not be kept in brass or copper vessels? कह रहे हैं कि खट्टी चीज़ों या फिर दही वगैरह को हमें ब्रास या कॉपर के वेसल में क्यों नहीं रखना चाहिए. सो विल आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन बाय सेइंग that curd and sour food substances contain acid. So these acidic substances will combine with metal, and this will result in the formation of poison which can damage people's health. Therefore, we make sure that whether we have curd or sour substances, they should never be kept in brass or copper vessels. Moving on to the question number 2 of this page. The question says, Which gas is usually liberated when an acid react with metal? हमने पिछले क्वेश्चन में पढ़ा स्टूडेंट्स that whenever an acid comes in contact with a metal, it releases out poisonous gas. Like whenever we are keeping curd and sour substances in brass or copper vessels, it was releasing poison. Like it was basically turning food into poison, which was damaging people's health. This question number 2 is about what will happen if an acid combines with a metal. So we'll say that when an acid combines with a metal, we get two products. Number one is going to be salt, and the other one is going to be a hydrogen gas. So ये तो हो गई students word equation, where with the help of words we have demonstrated that acid on reaction with a metal form salt and hydrogen gas. अगर सिंबल इक्वेशन की बात करें, so we can write or we can say कि मेटल की जगह पर let's just take zinc और एसिड की जगह पे let's just take HCl. So when zinc will combine with HCl, it will form zinc chloride, which is a type of salt, and some amount of hydrogen gas will be liberated. Moving on to the third question. Metal compound A reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. The gas evolved extinguishes a burning candle. Then write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. So students will say that a metal compound which is released is calcium chloride, and the gas which is being evolved is CO2. So hence the metal A should be calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, when this calcium carbonate will combine with dilute hydrochloric acid. As a result of it, it will give calcium chloride, that is a metal compound plus carbon dioxide gas plus some amount of water. So CaCO3 will be combining with 2HCl to form CaCl2, that is calcium chloride plus carbon dioxide gas and water. So these were three questions students which were given in question number page number 22 जो हमने सॉल्व कर लिए हैं. Now we'll be covering questions that are given on page number 25. So the first question of page number 25 says that why do HCl and HNO3 यानी कि hydrochloric acid and nitric acid show acidic character in aqueous solution, while solution of compounds like alcohol and glucose do not show acidic character? So we'll answer this question by saying that this is because of release of H plus ions. Students, in the theoretical part we have already studied that acid, as soon as it comes in contact with water, it will be releasing H plus ion. So you will write this answer by saying that the release of H plus ion in water will make a compound acidic or non-acidic. So acids are substances which upon dissociating with water results in the production of hydrogen ion. Some compounds show acidic character as they dissociate in the aqueous solution, which results in the production of hydrogen ion, like hydrochloric acid या फिर nitric acid. But compounds which are similar to glucose or to alcohol, they do contain hydrogen elements, but they will not show any signs of acidic nature. The fact that hydrogen in them will not separate as like the hydrogen in the acids. They will not separate to become hydrogen ion on dissolving with water. So that is the kind of difference which is there between hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, and alcohol as well as glucose. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 2. It says, why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? So we'll say that charged particle, like aqueous solution means there will be free ions will be there which are going to be free. So we'll say the charged particles are responsible for the conductance of electricity in an acid. These charged particles are called as ions, and these are the reason behind conductance of electricity. So this is how, students, you have to frame this answer. Moving on to the question number 3. Question says, why does dry HCl gas does not show the color change of the dry litmus paper? So हमने theoretical part में already cover किया है that whenever dry HCl gas will come in contact with dry litmus paper, there will not be any color change, because this color change is only shown when acids are dissolved in water or they are there in the form of aqueous solution. So here we'll write this answer by saying that HCl does not give hydrogen ion, therefore HCl does not show any acidic behavior or color of the litmus paper. It will remain the same on reacting with HCl gas when it is in dry form, whereas when it will be in the moist form or in the aqueous form, it will definitely show color change. Moving on to the 4th question of this page. The question says, while diluting an acid, why is it recommended that the acid should be added to water and not water should be added to acid? Question कह रहा है that जब भी we have to dilute an acid, why water, like why do we say that water should not be added to acid, instead acid gradually should be added to water? Reason behind this would be, while diluting an acid, it is recommended that the acid should be added to water, not the water should be added to the acid, because if water is added to concentrated acid, it will release huge amount of energy which might could result in explosion, and it can cause burns on the face, clothes or body parts. Hence it is safe to add acid to the water, not water to the concentrated acid. Covering question 5 of this page. Question 5 says, how is the concentration of hydronium ion affected when a solution of acid is diluted? So students, you people have to remember that hydronium ion is basically formed when water combines with H plus ion. So we'll answer this question by saying that when acid is added to water, there will be a fixed amount of hydronium present in the fixed volume of solution. So if we dilute the solution, hydronium ion per volume of the solution will definitely get reduced. This in turn decrease hydronium concentration of the solution. Moving on to the last question of this chapter. I'm sorry, the last question of this page. The question says, how is the concentration of hydroxide ion, that is OH negative ion, affected when excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide? So we'll answer this question by saying that when base is dissolved in sodium hydroxide solution, its hydroxide ion increase, but soon it will reach saturation at some point. Saturation means there will be a point beyond which we can't add more amount of base to sodium hydroxide. So after saturation point, hydroxide ion concentration will not be affected even if we'll try and add more and more amount of base to the solution. So bachcho, with this we have covered all the questions of this page, and now we are going to cover questions which are given in page number 33. So starting with the first question of page number 33, the question says, you have two solutions A and B. The pH solution A is 6 and the pH of solution B is 8. Which solution will have more hydrogen ion concentration? Which of this is acidic and which one is basic? So we have solution A and B. pH of A is around 6 and pH of B is around 8. Question says which one will have more amount of hydrogen ion. So we'll say, in order to find the hydrogen ion concentration, we can use the rule that states the pH of any solution is inversely proportional to the hydrogen ion concentration. Therefore, this means that the solution which has a lower value of pH will have higher hydrogen ion concentration. So we'll say that hence solution A will be having more hydrogen ion concentration as compared to that of solution B. Because obviously हम दोनों का अगर pH compare करें, A is acidic in nature and B is basic in nature. So the one which is acidic in nature will obviously be releasing more amount of hydrogen ion. Moving on to question number 2, it says, what effect does the concentration of H plus ion have on the nature of solution? So you can answer this question by saying that H plus ion concentration decides nature of the solution. How? We'll answer this question by saying that if hydrogen ion concentration increases, that the solution will be acidic. Similarly, if the solution has less number of hydrogen ion, we'll say that the solution is basic in nature. Moving on to question number 3, the question says, do basic solution also have H plus ions? If yes, then why these are basic in nature? So we'll say that basic solutions has H plus ion, but hydroxide ion present in basic solution are more. Hence, hydroxide ions are responsible for turning red litmus paper to bluish in color. Let's cover question 4 of this page, which is actually the last question of this page. So we'll say, under what soil condition do you think would the farmer would treat the soil of his fields with